Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And of course, I am Mr. Pick FX. And today's video, we're going to be analyzing something very important that will help your profitability once you try to understand them with respect to other knowledge that we have in trading, And today I'm going to be talking about the change of character. Of course, I know you must have been seeing it on people's charts. See, change of character, change of character, change of character. What does that mean? And there is also a concept I'm going to be adding to it based on my own understanding, and it's what I call supported basis. So I'll discuss change of character alongside supported basis and give you a case study. And this is actually 95 to 99% accurate once you understand the general concept of the foreign exchange market and these things in play. So what is change of character? Change of character in a simple form is just lower time frame break of structure from a higher time frame zone. That is what change of character means. Because a lot of people have been talking about it and like, what is change of character? You see it on people's chat recently on Instagram, on Facebook, and whatsoever. So the basic thing is that change of character is a lower time frame break of structure from a higher time frame zone. Let me give you an example. For example, if I have a trending market trending downward, let's say maybe this is a higher time frame zone. This is a base, for example, and price traded downward. Then we are now having a retracement back to this base. We're having a retracement back to this base. So with respect to a higher time frame, this should actually be a zone for you. This is a zone where you want to sell the market from, right? So this is a zone where you want to sell the market from. But as a professional trader, once you highlight your base, of course, this is a base. This is my base drop. Once you have a base, you want to buy or sell market. When I mean base, I'm talking about zone, demand or supply, that you want to buy or sell markets. When price gets to your zone, as a professional trader, you should not ignite a trade. You should not ignite a trade. You should wait for price to give you a reason to enter. Price must always give a reason why you should enter a trade. So the game of patience is very, very needed as a professional trader. You need to be patient for market to give you an intent. So if you understand time frame correlation very well, you will know that on the higher time frame we are bearish. Then of course, for us to continue bearish, price has to trend upward on a corresponding lower time frame, then give us intent. If it wants to continue downward, price will give us intent, and that is where our change of character and supported base will come. So when price is trading back to the supply, we'll see something like this. Fine, price can come and actually even form liquidity here. And once price mitigates this supply and breaks the last significant low of the immediate uptrend on a lower time frame, that low taken out is now our change of character. So this means that this is just a lower time frame break of structure. So this becomes our CHoCH. I like writing the first two letters capital and the last two capital. So this is the change of character. So once you see a lower time frame break of structure, that means that price has given you intent that it wants to continue bearish. So this is my base. This was mitigated. Of course, this is now a base. This was mitigated. This base was mitigated, and the price traded downward. So my true supply now is this base, and this base is what I call supported base. Let me give it a color so that we can see it very well. Of course. So this is now my supported base. What is supported base for what I have here? I said supported basis. This is a transfer of funds from a zone to another zone. So that means this zone that we have here, of course, bases are where we watch out to buy or sell trade. They are my zones. If you understand what rally-based rally, rally-based drop, drop-based rally, and drop-based drop means, you will know that bases are where we look at their zones, where we look forward to price and see if price will give us an entry from a zone. So you always want to buy from zones, always want to buy from zones. Don't just be a trader that would jump into the market or jump into a moving train and expect market to want to go in your direction. Wait for market to get to a zone and wait for market to give you intent that it wants to respect that zone, and wait for market to also give you an entry so you can now enter. So this zone contains funds, and these funds were transferred to this mitigation here. The institutions came to mitigate this base, and this new base now, where we have our rally base drop, this new base now is our supported base, because the funds that are here has been transferred to this place, and of course this has led to a change of character. That means we are ready to trend downward. So what you need to do is to allow price come back into the zone, right? Allow price come back into the zone, and price should mitigate this zone. And of course, if you take this trade and you want to put your stop loss should just be above this high, because this is now the supported base. So your stop loss should just be just above that high, above this high that we have here. You take your entry and of course your target. But for me, since price is still trending downward, of course, this low will be a good target for me, because I will want to go, or the price will want to come from lower low to maintain structure. Of course, downtrend when price forms series of lower highs and lower lows. So once I take my trade here, I want to put my stop loss above this supported base, and I want to trade downward. So this lower time frame break of structure is what we call change of character. It's what we call change of character. And of course, let me give you an example for a buy, so you don't think this is crammed or something. This is a concept I have used times without number. This is a concept I've used times without number. This is a concept I've used times without number. So let's say this is a higher time frame perspective, and of course here we have our break of structure. Of course, here we have our break of structure on the higher time frame. We have our break of structure on the higher time frame. This concept is very, very easy. So this is our break of structure on the higher time frame, and that simply means that the demand that fueled the buy will be somewhere around here. I want to use green for this. So the demand that fueled this break of structure is actually here. So this is my base. Now, when price is returning back to this base, going to lower time frame, lower time frame, I'm talking about maybe 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, and so on. So what you want to see price do is to trend downward. You need to understand what time frame correlations are. Structures that are formed on daily can actually be formed on the 1 hour, can be formed on the 4 hour, can be formed on the 1 minute, and so on. Structure does not lie. It forms on all the time frame, but you need to effectively know how to correlate different time frame structures together. Okay, I think I'm going to release a video on that. If you want me to release a video on that, please signify in the comment section. Let me release a video on time frame correlation, so you know how to perfectly link time to time, link time frames together. So what we want to see in a lower time frame, or on a lower time frame, is for price to trend downward onto this zone. And was price mitigate this zone and break structure, this lower time frame break of structure is now what I call my change of character. So don't get it twisted, guys. It is not difficult. Don't let vocabularies make you feel Forex is one hard thing. So this is my CHoCH. This is my change of character. This is my change of character. So as a pro trader, don't just enter a trade when it gets to your POI. Always ensure that price gives you reason why you should enter. Now, price mitigating this demand here. This is a base. Now we have price mitigate this base, where this is another base. So this base that is on this base is the supported base. Easy, guys, easy. So this is my supported base. This is my supported base, right? I like using different colors so that you understand what I'm saying. So this is my supported base. So the base resting on this base that led to a change of character. So this is now my zone, and price comes to the extreme. And of course, my stop loss will just be below this base. So I expect price to do something like this, mitigate this base, then what? Then buy, of which here would be a very good take profit for us, this break of structure. And if structure is truly broken, that simply means that we'll start trending upward. So this is how it is for the sell scenario and for the buy scenario. Identify your zone on the higher time frame. Let price get to your zone, then go to your lower time frame, see what price will do on that zone. Let it give you reason to enter. Let it give you reason to enter. And once you see the reason, you see an intent, you see a change of character, that is the lower time frame break of structure, then you can ignite your trade. As simple as that, guys. It is not complex. It is not complex at all. So let me just give you a case study of EURJPY, a trade I took, and let's see how the understanding of change of character will play out. This is something that I've used times without number, and it has worked 95% of the time. It's all about understanding and patience. So let's check out the EURJPY chart. All right, guys. So this is the EURJPY chart I want us to check. So if you look at this EURJPY, you will discover that the immediate daily trend is bearish, and I spotted a low here. This low, this is an equal low, and the liquidity is resting below here, I'm sure. And this move to the downside is definitely heading to clear this liquidity. So anywhere, any zone below this liquidity area, price can actually respect and buy. Price can respect any area below this low. But of course, definitely the fact that I said price would respect any demand below this equal low, storing liquidity, does not mean that once price gets there, I want to ignite it. My stop loss will be extremely large. So I will need to wait for price to give me reason why I should enter the trade, to give me reason why I should enter the trade. So this downtrend that we have here coming, price is heading to clear out this equal low that I have here. So let me go to my lower time frame and spot the trade that I saw and why I took it. So from the higher time frame perspective, we now know that price is trending downward. We now know that price is trending downward. So have that at the back of your mind. So let me see what I got here. So we are forming a series of lower highs and lower lows, where this low here, it was my last significant low. This was my last significant low. So this is like a break of structure to the downside. So this was my last significant low. This was my last low, and price broke that low. And look at what happened here. Look at the momentum with which price broke this low, and price is now bearish. If you understand the law of effort and result of Wyckoff, you will understand what this chart is actually saying, mere looking at it. So we have momentum to the downside. Look at how many candles it took to come down, and look at how many candles it's taken for the market to retrace back to a good supply that will continue the downtrend if we see a reason to continue the downtrend. So for my law of effort and results, you should understand this better, but I don't want to go into details because those are the secrets I share in my mentorship. So I have a trade building up. I'm interested in continuing the sell. So we have this great momentum to the downside, and now price is trending upward. Price on lower time frame is giving us higher highs and higher lows. So I will need to wait for price to probably get to a supply, then give me a reason to enter. So let me go to my 15 minutes. I think I spotted a zone on my 15 minutes. So coming down to my 15 minutes, I have you need to pay attention to details. I can see the first, look at this supply that we had here before the expansion to the downside. This was the last supply we had before the expansion to the downside. So this was my last supply that I had before the expansion to the downside. I want to give it a gray color. Nice. So this was the last supply I had before price cleared this low. So I want to see if price will react to that area. Of course, I have some other POIs, and also there's also this supply here, or maybe price can give me something meaningful at the extreme. But I'm interested in this last supply that broke this low. So I want to see what price will do when it gets there. Now, the fact that I've identified the supply now does not mean that once price gets there, I want to just ignite my trade. No, price will definitely have to give me a reason why I should enter. So my highs are opened. I can definitely see that price is trending upwards. So I just need to mark my last significant low just before price mitigates this zone and see if price will give me a change of character. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have for this. Okay, I think let me go to 15 minutes so it will be a little bit fast. So that was my zone. This was my zone. I was watching price. I was trying to see what price would do there. So let's see what price did. So price started coming there. Now, the fact that I saw this kind of reaction does not mean I want to jump in and say, oh, there's a change of character. Where is it reacting from? Nowhere. Nowhere. So I always take my trade from zones, or I always see what price would do on a higher time frame zone, or on a zone that I've marked. So because the price has mitigated this demand, or some people will say, oh, the seller started, let me quickly enter. No, wait for confirmation. So from what I have here, this was my last significant low. So once price can break this low, this would be my change of character for me. So I was waiting for price to break that low, and let's see what price did. Now, price broke the low. You need to anticipate in market and watch to see if it will play out. So this is now my change of character. Price has opened its mouth and it has told me that it wants to move downward by changing its character. So this is a change of character. So this is a base that fueled the break of structure. This is the base. This is the base, or the supply. The supply. This is a supply that fueled the break of structure. That's the lower time frame break of structure, or the change of character. This is the supply that fueled the change of character. And now this is actually a supported base. Now let me zoom in so you can see what price did. So we had, this was a base that mitigated this base that we have here. So we had a transfer of funds. I like proper notation. So there's been a transfer of funds from this base to this base. And of course, a transfer of funds from this base to this base. And now what my zone is now is this base right here. So you can see proper transfer of funds. So this was the last base where we have contained funds that broke this structure. So this is my zone where I want to ignite my trade. So in fact, the day I gave out this trade, I labeled it my Q zone. This was my Q zone. This was my Q zone because everything has played out already. Everything has played out already. So so this was my Q zone, and I wanted to see what price would do. So my stop loss would just be above this base now, this supported base, just above this supported base, just above this supported base. All right, okay. So my stop loss would just be above the supported base right here. This is my Q zone. And my take profits, even though I'm going to take partials here at this low, my take profit is going to be this low that we have here, because price is still trending downward. So we are still going to form a lower low. Of course, you know, for a downward trend market structure, price forms series of lower highs and lower lows. So this was my kill zone, and I was waiting for this trade to put everything I've got inside it. Everything checks out. Trend downward, efforts and results in place, mitigation of supply, check, change of character, check, transfer of funds, check, supported zone, check. So it was just a perfect trade. And let's see what happened. So price played, had my limit set, and here we go. And price mitigated my zone very well. Let me shift this markup here. So price mitigated my zone, and let's see what we have. Price traded downward. Easy, guys. Price traded downward, and let's see if it's, and we had my take profit hit right there. Right there. We had my take profit hit right there. Easy, guys. Easy. Very easy. Very easy. I've told you that I've traded this times without number. Forex trading is not difficult. What do you know? How can you apply what you know is what matters. You can see how simple this trade is. Imagine these markups that I have wearing there. You wouldn't enjoy chart. Once you understand what there is, it becomes beautiful. It's a beautiful work of art, and you make profit alongside. So let me show you the trades when I took them. So you can see how I labeled my chart. Very neat, very neat. And I sent this to my mentorship group, and they all participated from it. You can see my BOS. I even labeled it BOS here, not low and not change of character. So it's just the lower time frame break of structure from a higher time frame zone. And this was when the trade activated, which I told them that it has activated, and we're all in the trade, and price moved. I had my take profit hit right there, and my proof of entry, guys. My proof of entry. So it doesn't get any better, guys. As easy as pizza. So I want to believe that this actually explains the change of character and the supported base I said earlier in this video. And if you are new here, ensure that you subscribe to this channel, turn on the notifications so that you can always get videos when I release them. And at the same time, go to the comment section and comment on this video. Tell me what you like about the video. Tell me how it helped you. Just drop a comment in the comment section. Let's interact with ourselves. And of course, also anticipate a video I will release on time frame correlation so that you can understand how to properly link structures of different time frames. And for those that would definitely want to subscribe to my mentorship, in the description of this video, you will have a link that you can click that will take you directly to me so that you can enroll for mentorship. So till I see you guys, ensure you're good, ensure you backtest properly, and be profitable. I love you. Bye.